What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's pre-market analysis. Today is Tuesday, July the 29th, and I'm excited to see what we can do here today. So market opens in around 8 minutes, so let's see what we can do there. I'm gonna remove everything on my chart, but I'm gonna keep in mind that this 4-hour has been adjusted to start from the bottom and down simply because of our footprint analysis, which we did on pre-week analysis. I'm just gonna keep that in the back of my head because that was important for us. But yeah, let's get to marking and charting. Ooh. Uh, that's 4-hour right there. Oh, also before, forgot to show you guys. Today, we really don't have any significant news, right? We have JOLTS at 9 a.m. and CB consumer confidence. Those two are honestly going to be the only things you have to worry about, JOLTS and consumer confidence, as those are high impact. So a 2 or 3 minute interval around 9 a.m. will do the job. But other than that, nothing too significant regarding news today. Tomorrow definitely is going to be more significant. I remember this liquidity should not be marked as on. We're likely not getting all the way there. I'm just going to mark places that we might likely head towards. This is going to be a max area. Unless you get like some Trump move down, we're not heading down there. From what it looks like, it does seem like we saw very strong aggression towards the downside to go ahead and fill this gap. Now we're back into that gap region, and I do really want to see how price reacts at this area. This area has been crucial for seeing how price reacts. This gap fill region. So, I mean, from this area, we might see sell-off or we might see continuation towards the all-time highs. That's just something we have to figure out. Since we are above view up and we are seeing this wicking action, I would prefer the upside simply because of our rebalance. But, and this zone as well, we have decent 3-hour liquidity area right there. 3-hour zone here. Let's go ahead and check out this zone on the footprint from 451 above. So from here and above. And yeah, as you can see, right from there and above, we're seeing lots of a buying aggression that was unable to push above. So yeah, this could be a valid zone. Low volume, still going to be a valid zone. I do not want to do that. Hold on. Hold on. 3 hour. Bro, why does he keep... Oh, it's because it's here. There we go. We have to just keep in mind that we're in the gap fill area. We've already filled it, but we came back into that region to see how price may want to react from that relative location. Nothing really there to mark. 2 hour. You have this level down here. These levels are not in volume, but they might still play significance. Mark out this level as main. 9 months below main. And I'm gonna mark the size of 1 hour as well. That was in volume as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on the 1 hour and see price. Ooh, this 1 hour is gonna be a very, very key 1 hour. Take a look at what is going on here. Lots of aggressive selling came in with a large amount of volume. This is very, very aggressive selling. But below this point, below this 6410 area, they honestly had no more interest in pushing selling down and likely got absorbed at this level because although they were entering so aggressively, they couldn't continue towards the downside. So this 1 hour is in high volume and has visible absorption or exhaustion. So this might, if we start heading and seeing a sell-off, this might be a good area that price might be attracted to. But then again, we'll go ahead and see that from the volume profile. And what it looks to see is that we did sweep this higher liquidity. So depending on how we hold above this region, we might continue lower, trying to take out this lower liquidity. It just depends on how market wants to. Because realistically, if we're holding the trend that we're holding right now, we should go ahead and continue towards the upside, breaking this liquidity as well. It just it's just a factor. It's just a means of locating direction within the markets today, and that's how we're gonna have to play. I'm not gonna mark that up. But market's about to open here in 2 minutes. I do want to go ahead and mark out a volume profile, but realistically, yesterday's movement was from here down till there. So let's say we extend it, we get this size move from here. That size move would bring us down to this relative region. So there's that. This region. We marked out this area, we marked out those lows, but I want to see what's going on around this area. Because this area doesn't have that much volume, and see, below this area, really, there's nothing really significant there that's driving price lower. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark out, nah, that level would do the job, right? And I'm gonna mark this as an imbalance below region. And below that area, next region would be here that price would likely want to head towards. So now we have accounted for that region as well. And honestly, I think that's pretty much it for everything we gotta mark out for today. Nothing too crazy that we needed to mark out. No crazy zones, no crazy anything. Just typical day. Um, Market's gonna open in 30 seconds here. I'm looking to see if there's anything on the 15-minute I can mark out. And it does look like we might be able to mark out this one, but I'm simply not because I'll prefer these higher time frame zones. But there isn't really much we can work with. I do want to see if there's volume above this area. So let's go ahead and mark out a volume profile to see such. And yeah, I mean, this area upwards is essentially quite a low volume node. Above this area, really. In volume analysis, this means that once you've broken above this area, we should go ahead and continue towards the all-time highs. So if we see that buyer pressure occurring and this trend following, we should be able to capture these longs up to the 3-hour area. But if buyers get absorbed here and selling pressure comes in, then we might have to look for sells. Yeah. So there's that information gained from the volume profile. That's pretty much it for ES. Trying to locate direction and likely follow a retracement towards the upside if that is possible. If not, we'll have to see what we can do. So let's go ahead and check out NQ now. And NQ, man, we have blue above these all-time highs, which may or may not lead to a rebalance, but from looking at where we're at right now, maybe a small retracement into the longs once again. I do not want to catch a opposite of a falling knife, you could say. Oh my god. Mark until here, that should be sufficient enough to do the job. Nothing else really, we swept this upper area. Mm, 3 hour. 3 hour, we have this. Likely could be marked out as a zone simply because of how small that candle is, but I'm gonna leave it there for now. This area is a zone for sure. And you can mark this out as lower liquidity. 2 hour. We have this liquidity. Mm. And I mean, from looking at NQ, it does look like we've used that gap fill region as more of a support and then started moving upwards heavily, while on ES it's completely the opposite, right? Because we've used that gap fill as resistance, and now we're starting to see seller aggression start to occur after seeing buyer absorption. So this might mean we might want to head down, but honestly, still no direction found. Just I'm gonna mark out some key bookmap levels that I see. We do see one around 6425, which does align with this lower liquidity right down here. And we also see a level around 650 up here. So yeah, we're either gonna head towards one of those today. Our job is simply to identify where, and I'm also seeing a very, very key barrier, selling barrier, around 442 region, right around this upper liquidity. So likely around here we have additional bookmap liquidity, which could mean that we might want to head up there and then head down. It's just something we have to wait for, but that's simply what I'm noticing from bookmap. Okay, that got spoofed out. But yeah, I'm just letting you know what I noticed from the bookmap. Now coming back onto NQ, let's see if there's anything else you may have missed out on. Not really noticing much. We do have a 1 hour there. One hour. 1 hour. Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and extend this to make it a 3 hour. There we go. 3 hour there. 1 hour. Liquidity there, liquidity there, liquidity there. Hello. Liquidity throughout the region. We have this area as well. Nothing really significant there. It's gonna be hard to play this all-time high region, but then again, we have to just wait and be patient for any setups, absorption plus reaction. But yeah, other than that, I'm not really noticing anything else unless you notice some crazy stuff on the 15-minute. But yeah, not really noticing anything much. We just have to play with these all-time high regions and be very careful here on NQ. But yeah, that's honestly going to conclude my pre-market analysis for today. This pre-market was a bit quicker than usual simply because we were already prepared because none of the levels or anything were too complex. It was simply just a day where we have to identify direction and follow that direction. And as you see on yes, we still are trying to find that direction. And Q though, and Q has shown that it wants to go up very strong. So just have to see what price we want to do and target any bookmap levels using our levels as additional support. But that's gonna be my words for today, and that's all I have. If you have any questions, feel free to join the free Discord server. Links in the description down below. You can definitely get a thing or two out of it. Or check out how to use Orderflow for free as well using Addis. Link is in the description down below. I'll see you guys later today for market analysis. See you then. Goodbye.